Hi, my name's Rose, and I'm here to tell you about my experiences in foster care. Well, I've always seen myself as an open person, willing to talk about just about anything. Well, during my time in foster care, I had a hard time talking to people about what was going on with me because when I opened up and trusted somebody while I was in the foster care system, I would get put on medication because the fact of the matter is they would say it was a mental disorder. Even though I had come out of an extremely abusive childhood situation. And it was just a normal reaction to a very, very abnormal situation. So I learned to put up a front. And I still have the front up to this day. Act a certain way in front of people, hide things from people, especially feelings. Lots of times when I'm feeling something, say if I'm angry or hurt, I'm just like, I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. When in truth, I'm just hiding. And this stems from my time in foster care as a child when I had to hide everything. Well, I wrote a poem upon reflection of my childhood, and I would like to read this to you. And I believe that it's a common thing between current foster kids and former foster kids. It's called The Stage. The stage. Tears rolling down, fears ignited, bricks in the wall, fully united, hiding the hurt so very well, while inside burns the torments of hell, praying for change in a world uncertain, acting fine when I pull up the curtain. Skills I've learned very well through the years. I've learned very well how to hide these tears. An ever-breaking heart hidden behind the wall. No one can see inside. No one at all. Ever on guard to protect what's left unspoiled. Every hurt and tear and fear will remain untold. You will only see what's on stage. And that's it. Not only do you learn to hide feelings, but I guess I wanted to touch on this before I ended the video. This here. I had to hide my religion. When you're in foster care, you get stuck at whatever foster home's open because there's not a lot of choices out there. Or at least in my experience. Because I would spend several hours sitting in the DCS office waiting for another foster home. And I've always believed in the pagan ways. And this is really difficult for me to talk about because I got put in foster homes, many of them that were Christian. And there were some good people. But there were also some people that I wouldn't leave a dog with. I'm sorry, but this is my experience. And I remember one time I was living with a preacher and his family. And I mentioned the word meditation. Well, I got punished, had to write an assignment, and then got sat down by the preacher man, who's the foster dad, telling me that I was a Satan worshiper. Or the end of the sentence, it always hits me the hardest, and I remembered it for all these years. I was 13 years old when it was so said to me. You must not be worshiping the same God that I do. You know what, dude? I don't. And I'm not saying bad things about all Christians, but I'm saying in the foster homes that I was in, I should have been put in pagan foster homes, but they put me with somebody of a different faith. And it would help Lots of foster kids, especially one that I know now, that has to hide his religion or his practice because of the fact of the matter is he's in a Christian household and he is pagan. There are many more kids out there like us who aren't Christian or who aren't Jewish or who aren't Seventh-day Adventist or who just has a different belief but ends up getting stuck in foster homes that are not of the faith that they were raised or not of the faith that they believe. And then they get the riot act from these people. This little guy that I'm talking about, he is 18 years old in extended foster care. And he has to put his books away because his foster mama don't allow it. Now, I'm not mentioning any names or anything, but there's more people out there like that. And it would help if there were more pagan foster parents or more Jewish foster parents or whatever. And maybe it's just the area I'm in to why there was none. And even to the Christian foster parents, if you just have a little bit of understanding, if there's a child that gets put in your home that is of a different faith or different belief or different culture, to try to learn and try to show them you do care. Because it's devastating to a child when they have to hide things. And it feels like they're doing something wrong when they have to hide things. So, that's about all I have to say. Thank you all for your time. Blessed be.